Sassy Dragon, and I'll use Radical if we need a joke.
Okay. Hi, everybody. Welcome to the
Hello.
show. Yay. We're here. We're here. Yeah. Welcome. And we're really glad to have you all. And got Kelly and I back this week. And Teri is doing something. She's out and about. And she plans on coming. But if she doesn't get here, I understand. Because when you're out and about, you never know what the traffic's going to do.
Yeah.
So anyway, but she certainly will be brought in if she gets here. And I am so happy that we have some dreams already up. We have some that were sent in. And I had a dream last night that I got a job in Iowa at a bank. And they just hired me over the phone. And they said, you start Monday. I said, okay. So I show up at the bank in a bath towel. and I'm kind of thinking, I wonder if these people think this is very odd. I brought my clothes with me and I planned on changing them before I went to work. I was like in the back room. I was meeting people and I'm walking around with a bath towel. And it went from one thing to another, and I was all over Iowa doing this and doing that and going to farmland. And somebody thought it was almost like a murder mystery thing where, oh, the new girl, she came in a bath towel. So maybe she killed this person. It was kind of like that. But I thought to myself, well, I wasn't really embarrassed being in a bath towel, but I also wasn't naked. So there's something about that, being covered up. But the bank, I used to work at a bank many years ago. I'm wondering if that has something to do with my finances might be covered up. I don't know. Because I just had to pay $4,000 for my dog that died down at the animal hospital. And so, you never know what comes into your dreams that you're dealing with, in order to pay all that.
Look at the money house.
Yeah. Yep.
Let's see. You might get, a forgotten account. Might start.
That would be nice. That would be very nice.
I'll take a look later.
Oh, that's wonderful. So anyway, and so it only told me was the day before I had a dream that I was going to Starbucks because they were giving out like Happy Meals toys. Every time you went, you could get a new toy. So you could tell I'm feeling better. And I did have the infusion therapy antibiotic work done last week. That's why I couldn't come in. And I talked to the doctor today, and I haven't felt this good in about 6 months. So maybe my dreams are saying, there you go, girl. Get your bath towel out and go for it, So
I did pull a card, Aley, and I got healing, returning to wholeness.
Thank you.
Yeah. And transformation. And that
transformation. Yeah. They didn't want to do it. And I found a doctor that would do it. And he was the head of the infectious diseases department. And he wanted to talk me out of it at first, but he told me today, there are some people that cannot get antibiotics to work unless they are put in through the bloodstream. So I learned how to infuse myself. They had to teach me because I did it for myself at home.
That's amazing. Now you know.
Yeah.
So if you feel like you're on the downward, you can reach out to them and have those infusions.
Mm-hmm. Anyway, I'm just happy to be here. Thank you, everybody, for listening to me. So hello, shining light, love, truth, and ascending universal butterfly. And who else is here? Paul's down in South Carolina awaiting a baby coming. Is that right?
Right.
His sisters, he's with his sister Ann. Jax is here, and Brandon and Leah and Lucy Wiltshire. And we have your dream for tonight, Lucy, that Kelly's going to read. Foxy Roxy is here, and Peter Booker. Nice to see you, my dear. Hope you're doing well. And Shiny Truth has her popcorn. Okay, Charlie's here. Rossi's here. Jules and Jen and Oxford Cat and A Cherrier. Welcome, welcome, welcome. It's always wonderful to have you here. Hi, Suzanne. And let's see, Iron Firehorse is here. Wow, you guys. It's great to have you all here. Wayne Rich, I hope you're doing well. You and Suzanne. Old Windwalker's here. And an Aley Burrito. There you go.
That sounds like
so
that sounds like your Girl Scout camping sleeping.
It does sound like that, doesn't it? Yeah. Yeah.
I had to make a bedroll 1 year or two.
Maybe I was just waiting for a streaking party. You know, 1974 keeps coming back, and that was the year of the streak at my college.
Yeah.
So you never know. You never know. That's
they call him the streaker. I remember that.
Oh, remember that song?
Yes. Yes.
Yeah,
Yes. Yeah. Froxy Roxy, if your sister has that problem, she has to advocate for herself. She needs to find someone that will listen to her, because that's the problem. It took me 4 months to get someone to listen to me. And now I have his email, and I may never have to use it, but I have it if I need it. Amy Elizabeth, Warrior Widow. Who else came in? Anybody else sneaking by? Let's see. Brandon, okay, I got your thing. Sue Toffee's here. Janet DC, nice to see you. You're having Tuesday tacos. Ooh, that sounds good. You're camping, Iron Firehorse. Woo. Hi, Nat. I was just listening to Coming from the Land Down Under, Men at Work.
Yes.
My son's middle name was named after the head singer of Men at Work, Colin Hay. And when he found out that that's where his name came from, my son, he's like, "You mean the guy with the screwed up eye?" I said, "Hey, he had a good name, you know? He had a good name."
Right.
I love Men at Work. Yeah. Stop Pain Meds, started immunotherapy. Oh, Wayne, that's great. That's great. Feel good, moving, normal. Wayne, good for you. Good for you, brother. You know, the problem is that, hi, Linda Bishop and Cheryl. The problem is that antibiotics have become resistant to us because we've overused them in our society. And that's part of what this issue is, where people are having trouble. They just don't work. And the nurse who did the immunotherapy said, the definition of insanity is just to keep giving you the same oral medication, even though they don't work. And I said, thank you. And so she said, this is what you needed. This is what you needed, at least to try. So I agree. Yeah, I agree. Yeah. Anyway, thanks everybody for being here. And I'm going to move right into the first one. We're going to do Shining Love, Light, Truth, and we'll do Lucy's. Okay. And so, hello, ladies. There's another metaphorical type of dream. I was on an island alone at first, then a beach. And I saw someone smoking. I looked down and it was Camel cigarettes. Wasn't interested. I used to smoke. Well, they had no filters too. A dolphin and a few other huge fish. They weren't moving. Then I looked on the beach and saw something whale. And it was crazy. Nobody else saw them. I was suddenly riding a fast motorcycle. And I got to a destination where I felt I was familiar. Women up and just kept saying how awful the aquatics. Asked my guides and higher self if this was a message, and she said yes, also metaphorical. Always grateful for your take. Okay, ladies. So you used to smoke. Okay.
So did I, and I had a very similar dream 2 nights ago.
That always
Very
happens.
similar.
Yeah. Wow.
And the water was basically the color of the background that we have right now, but brighter.
Okay.
You know, like the sun was shining, and it was a sunset. And I had this pile of something that was saffron-like and stringy and that color. And we were riding sideways. on the back of a whale going into the things that she has described in her dream.
Oh, wow. Said you just got the chills, but you saying that.
Only no cigarettes were involved this time. I used to smoke cools. That's look spelled backwards.
Oh, okay. Well, it was alone on the at an island. Well, you know what they say about an island. An island, no man is an island alone to himself. So it's almost like that makes sense that you were on an island first, and then you were on the beach at the island. It sounds like Camel cigarettes. Okay, and then the fish. I'm glad it was your dream.
Oh, right.
Right. Yeah. A dolphin and a few other huge fish. They weren't moving. And then she saw a whale. No one else saw them. I got heal. This is a dream of healing. And that's interesting because when I was saying my dream, that's what Kelly pulled for me was healing. So I'm wondering if these are just some dreams that, I mean, you used to smoke, you don't smoke anymore. So you've healed from that, correct? Wouldn't you say you healed from that type of a thing? Girls, go ahead. I'm at a loss here.
Well, I got, first of all, deep replenishment. And that is retreat and rest. And you're on an island, right? So that does indicate relaxation and vacation time and taking a break from everything. And then I also got receive. And that receive is that healing that you were talking about. There were other people when I got there. There were other people when I got there. I was alone. The other people didn't see the dolphin and the whales.
So she's seeing things others can't see.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And this creature we were riding, I would say, was a whale, but it had a red painted stripe on its across the whole back. And we were sitting abreast like that, and it was swimming sideways. It wasn't swimming like a whale swim. I like that, Rossi.
Yeah, it's good, Rossi. It is a magical dream, H. Area. Yeah. Kel, what are you thinking?
Well, what I pick up on it, Charlotte, is with being on the beach, the water, and then the smoke. I get that the water and the smoke are both ways of releasing, the water, emotional release, the smoke releasing. And so I feel like you're releasing a lot in your sleep, and it's to allow new change to come in. I feel like there's something with communication, really, express how you feel truthfully, and to keep your throat chakra open, and being on an island, you had the whale and the dolphins, just that reminder that you're not alone. And then I pulled 2 cards and I got release, that you truly are releasing. And then I got ease, be open to change and go with the flow.
That makes sense.
And this is the deck that you gave me, Aley, that beautiful.
Oh yeah, the healing deck. Okay.
Yeah. Waters.
Oh my God. So yeah, you're talking and then I hear smoke on the water.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Wow. And then Jolly says fire in the sky.
Right. Yes.
Oh, wow. I love it because all of these underwater creatures are magical and you're enjoying the magic. You're seeing all the magic, but the other people around you aren't seeing the magic. So you have come further along than they are because they're allowing you to see it and maybe share it with somebody. Yeah.
The people that were on these islands started disappearing as we got close. And some of them were relatives, and some of them were
Wow.
orange mango friends.
Uh-huh. Wow.
But this
Now,
is
what
not, this is Bigfoot.
Then we haven't even touched the motorcycles, because there was a fast motorcycle. Just keeps saying how awful the aquatics. And so what it is that you're dealing with people that not only can't see the aquatics, but they think the aquatics are awful, and you have a different view of them. That motorcycle, what I love about when I see a motorcycle, of course, could mean so many different things, but one of the things it means to me is when you're on a motorcycle, if you read Zen and the Art of Motorcycle Maintenance, you are part of the scenery.
You are.
Because you're in it. You don't have anything covering you. You are out there. Same would be a bicycle, I would think, right?
Yeah.
But, it's moving a lot faster on a motorcycle. So you are there, part of the scenery.
Yeah. And it's a quick getaway.
True.
That's you needed to get, and that freedom, you don't want it to stop.
Mm-hmm.
Seriously.
Right.
There's nothing else but you and the wind.
Yeah.
And the road underneath you is just melded to the wheels of the bike.
Yep.
And movement, that she's moving on up.
Moving on up. It seemed like they may not have been alive. They weren't moving the aquatics. It could be. Or there are a lot of people who, there are none so blind as they who cannot see.
Mm-hmm.
But we have eyes, but we can't see. So we have that. We have that going. So when you have spiritual sight or second sight, you can see the magic in things that you wouldn't be able to see if you didn't look at it that way, I guess.
Right.
Yeah.
So the deeper vision.
Yeah. I'm married Starshine. Yeah. Motorcycle, freedom, movement, speed. Yeah. Maneuverability, wind therapy. Awesome. I mean, I think
and the noise.
And the noise.
Rolling thunder, man.
That's true. But I think you're telling us you enjoyed it. I mean, it was an enjoyable dream for you, and you can tell from your speaking of it. It seems like a beautiful dream for you. It's a dream that you're bringing together something. So, wow.
Love that dream.
That's very nice. Hello, Garnet. It's nice to see you. Oh. All right. So, Mary Black, I'll put you up on the list. We can look at it in a little while. Yeah. Bugs in your teeth, Wayne. Wayne, you're supposed to close your mouth. Oh, that's funny. Thank you, Shining Love, Light, Truth. All right. So, Kel, go right ahead with, this is a pretty long dream. So, Kelly's going to read it.
Okay. This dream is from Lucy. She had it Saturday, May 2nd of this year. I'm in an office with 2 desks, no windows, a small coat closet, an attached bathroom with a shower in it. I recognize my coworker as Colleen. She's also my current real office buddy. As I'm talking with her, I suddenly think of a phrase I must go and type into the computer. And I notice she walks out. I go to my computer, but it's not the normal kind like we use currently. This keyboard is black and smooth with no keys, and there's no writing. It's completely blank, but I know where to put my fingers, and the monitor is a large grayish black slate-like stone that turns into a computer monitor while in use. I type in the phrase, "We are not alone." The stone immediately turns into a monitor, and I get a response saying, "You are right, we are not alone," against the black background. The screen kind of reminded me of an of an old 90s style DOS computer screen. Suddenly it changes into some sort of intergalactic portal where I can see people on the other side. Like I'm watching a movie, but it's very vivid. At first glance, I notice a couple women and one man. They are all dressed in space type uniforms, more like today's version of astronaut gear. When I look again, I realize that they're wearing a very light colored flowing uniforms, and I don't see any feet. They seem to be floating or hovering. I look up and I notice they can see me and they know I can see them, but they weren't phrased by it. I quickly realize I shouldn't be seeing this. I look over to the left to see two women saying to themselves, "Don't worry. She's not supposed to be here." And at that second, I realize that they're looking directly at me, and I hastily hit the Alt-Control-Delete buttons. At the same time, the one lady is saying, she'll just hit the delete button and exit out. And that's exactly what I did. And the screen went to a gray-black slate stone again. Then Colleen comes back into the office with a large scroll in her arms, followed by some guy with a drill. I seem to know him and think nothing of it. I proceed to watch her unroll the balsa-like drawing painting. Side note, Colleen and I are both painters in real life, and on the side, where we get commissioned, hers much more than me. Instantly, I rolled out this thin balsa-like scroll. It opens up to be about 5 foot by 6 inches. And it becomes instantly rigid and stiff. I look more closely and notice it's now a sturdy frame when just a moment ago it wasn't. I got so excited, I asked her about this type of balsa because I've been looking for a large, thin one I could cut for paintings, wood burnings, etc. I didn't even comment on her painting yet. I was more excited about the scroll, honestly. I watched Colleen and the guy with the drill attach it to the only large spot in our tiny office. They didn't measure it or check to see if it was straight or level. They just put it up like a kid would do with a paper drawing and tape. They taped it right over other things, how they tape it over other things on the fridge, just haphazard-like in not a care fashion. Well, they were doing the same thing, except it was on an office wall where they screwed it right over a large bulletin board attached with licenses and certificates that needed to be visibly seen if we were to get audited. They screwed it right over all of these things, and I was slightly slanted and askewed because it was so weird. Definitely not the way Colleen would ever showcase art, but she seemed to be very pleased, and the guy left our office. I don't remember ever commenting on her painting, but noticed it wasn't her style of painting at all. It was like a child's painting, and her son doesn't paint that I'm aware of, and he's a teenager, so weird. The painting was made up of a bunch of 5-inch small colored pencil drawings of Jesus, but with angel wings. There must have been about 30 of them, so not her style or mine. She then grabs her coat and says that she's going to lunch. As she heads out to leave, I notice she has 2 or 3 long rifles in her hand, and she's juggling her way out the door. She tells me she's going to put these in the doctor's closet on the way out. I think it's strange, but not that strange in my dream. By the way, we work at an accounting office for an emergency tow and recovery company. I know I'm supposed to take a shower, but I must go to lunch first. Who takes a shower in their office? Then I go to lunch and grab grab the rifles and do the same thing as if this is something normal. I'm walking down the hospital aisle and hear an orderly seemingly speaking to me, but I'm not making out what he's saying. After a few seconds, I do hear him saying, "But don't tell the doctors that," or "Don't let the doctors know," something like that. As he's saying that, I'm looking at the doctor past me with his patients on a gurney going the other way. I notice he doesn't even give us eye contact, which is strange. I think as I go into the room where the rifles are stored, but the closet in the room isn't there anymore. It's just the doctor's lounge, and now there's no closet. As I turn to leave the room, I remember I have to take a shower, and then I wake up.
First of all, part of it to me seems futuristic. It seems as though this black smooth keyboard, this futuristic computer, is something that is maybe already there in reality, but we're not told about it. And then you had to shut it down. You weren't supposed to be looking at it. It's like a secret. It's like something that you're not supposed to know. And then I thought AI. I just thought that came up. But what really was interesting to me was she wrote, "We are not alone." And then she sees these portals with the hovering, like a hovercraft. But I'm feeling like she's feeling surveilled. And because, and we're all being surveilled. Everything is we have no privacy. If you can tell that by whatever you say on Facebook or whatever you're having a conversation with about people, if your computer hears you, you see 600 things about that on your Facebook feed later. So all of us are being surveilled. So that comes up here for me. I like the scroll because the scroll is old and it's different than the new. And I'm feeling like when you're saying you're putting the pictures up on the wall and you're just putting them up like a kid would, that you're learning how to trust your intuition and where things are supposed to go. And I love that they covered up the credentialing and stuff on the walls. It's part of that surveillance thing, I think. And the Jesus with angel wings, that makes a lot of sense to me. It's your guides and your angels and protection. And the rifles, I'm not quite sure, but rifles are protection. One of the things at the end when Kelly was reading it was the doctor comes by but doesn't make any eye contact. And that's what I see actually when I go to the doctor. Usually they don't look at you. They don't. They're looking at their computer. They're looking at their phone. Now, the man that helped me out, he's an older man, and he's the head of his department. And I wasn't in an office with him. We were like on a Zoom call, and I felt like I was listened to. But normally, they don't listen to anything you have to say. And so to me, this speaks a lot to, the whole thing speaks a lot to communication, issues with communication, issues with surveillance. And that's just what I got, but I know you guys got some things up. They don't have time anymore, Lucy. Yeah, you're right. You're right. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Well,
so go ahead, ladies. Yeah.
Diane, or do you want me to go?
Well, I'm ready, but
yeah, go ahead.
Okay. Because while I was reading it before, my first impression was you were astral projecting, not astral projecting, you were astral traveling. This really happened. Yeah. And even if your workmate did not have the same dream, it was really going on. Mm-hmm. And I believe that you went through the portal. I believe that everything that you saw is definitely futuristic. I got Westworld while I was reading it. I could see the Yul Brynner mover besides the whole of Westworld on whatever station it was on. And when you were talking about the balsa scroll, all I could think of is papyrus, because that's exactly what it looks like. Because it is, when you make papyrus, you beat it down. You smash it, smash it, smash it, and then you put another layer in the opposite direction. Smash it, smash it, smash it. And it rolls up, but eventually it will dry out, and it lays flat. And when it dries out, it's stiff, like balsa wood would be, like the thinnest luan of balsa wood you could find. So I really felt that this was all part of your space travel, and that it was something that you really were going through. So the cards I pulled, girls, forgive me, I pulled 4 cards, couldn't help it, because magic came out. But what is most important about that is the portal. And, that whole portal light beyond the closet door, in the shower stall, and, all of that. And then the card that came out with that is the Age of Light. You've been training for this for a lifetime. And we have a Hathor, and that's Egypt.
Oh my gosh, that's the same card I got.
You did?
Wow.
Okay. And then as you continued to read, I went, okay, I got to pull a couple more cards. So all paths lead home. All paths lead. Oh my God, here's a bonus card behind that. It says, wait. It is not time yet. Things are being woven. Oh, and there's the papyrus again. In that being woven, but all things lead home. So this was a trip back to your ancestors, where we're all headed to our star seeds, going back up there. And I love you got the same card. I just love it.
So Lucy, I got I jotted down some notes earlier when I was dissecting it. I got the dream taking place at the office symbolizes you doing work, and I feel like you're doing galactic work. You're taking care of business, and you've done this before. I think the reason Colleen was possibly there was for a sense of safety, because she's a friend, so she would feel safe, and it would bring comfort. And the keyboard to me sounded galactic, that you were accessing information and knowledge, and tells me that the keyboard was smooth, where it was smooth and that didn't have any keys, but you knew where to put your fingers, was validates that you were connecting to your starseed family, is what I get. Yep. And then when you heard "we're not alone," you got the answer. You got, "you're right," and it was the validation that I think you possibly were needing, and that the portal is open. And so you very well could be having more of these astral travel and communications and working while you're sleeping. You knew to press Control Alt Delete. And so I get that signifies that you were in control of this dream. But it was interesting that the others in the dream they picked up that you were going to do that telepathically. And the scroll being hung, all kitty wampus, I feel like it was maybe a look into what's going on right now, in that everything is just kind of being thrown off kilter, and things are just kind of messy right now. The rifles, I got kind of what they both said too, disruption and that being prepared. The shower, I got that you were cleansing and almost like a rebooting, when that was like why the whole shower came in. And then I got the part where she's not supposed to be here. I got that you're seeing beyond the veil and entering into a portal of another dimension. And the missing closet that just disappeared, that once was there, I got concealed truths are being exposed.
Right. That wait, if you can't quite enter that cosmos yet, like just what you were saying.
Yeah. Yep. And so I got the same card. I got the Age of Light. You're being trained. You've been training for this for lifetimes. And then I got Memories of Atlantis, spiritual acceleration, progress, and technology.
Oh, wow.
And then lastly, I got Secrets Revealed, Treasures Uncovered.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Well, and
I
back
really,
to the
yeah.
portal.
I really feel like it has a lot of there aren't a lot of people that are able to see or get this information, and there's a lot of cover-ups that are happening, as you know, and we know that's true because the government's covered up UFO stuff forever, and so now it's almost anticlimactic. Yeah, you're welcome, Lucy. Thank you for bringing us another closet dream. Yes, Peter. And
it came at the same time.
that's true. That's true.
It came at the same time, Pete.
Yeah. And closets are portals.
Yep.
Yeah.
The laundry, the shower stall is a
shower stall, cupboards.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yep. Yeah. Yeah.
Robe.
Yep.
Garderobe, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah. I have to say that I am completely impressed with the amount of information you retained in that dream. There aren't a lot of people that have that. There are some that we've done here before that were like that. Nat did one like that with you know, there's others that have done that, and it's always to remember what were you feeling, and you know you do describe it in some ways because you're saying, well, I had to take a shower before I got to eat, so it's like you had this sense of responsibility, and you know that you knew there were things that had to be done before the other thing could be done. So I'm feeling that way. And with all this, you know, first of all, I also said the surveillance idea, but then I'm thinking by putting it on the wall and covering up the stuff that's supposed to be there, you're breaking the rules. You're breaking the rules. And that's always good, I think.
I think so too.
And I got that as another portal.
Oh,
that drawing
okay.
Was another portal, a disguised portal.
Uh-huh. Yeah. Wow. Yeah. So you quickly wrote it down. You know what too is if you have your cell phone and you can talk into it, just immediately start talking. If you could save it, if that's yes, Nat, you had that golden roller coaster one, and I love that.
Yeah.
Dream you had, and I had a dream similar to that about a roller coaster that was in a hotel building, just like her. So yeah. Well, that was. I mean, I'm sure there's a lot more that could be pulled out of that dream.
Yeah.
This
now I have another one, just like it.
Yeah. There you go. Thank you, Lucy. We're glad that you came and told us about it. So Brandon T had a question about the repeating numbers I've been seeing, but YouTube won't let me enter numbers in a live chat for some reason. But the numbers I've been seeing have gone from ones to zeros.
That's the matrix.
Oh,
zero is not a number. Zero is a number. It is the whole. It is the monad. It is the Zumna. The Zumna is Sanskrit for zero, but zero is a circle, a complete circle. No beginning, no end. It holds the spiritual meaning. And when we have computers, what do we have? Zeros and ones.
Yeah. Yeah.
And when we have the matrix, what do we have? 0 and 1.
But he can't, YouTube won't let him put any numbers in a live chat. I've never heard that before.
You can't, in some places you can't put icons either.
Oh, really?
Oh, why they pick and choose, but they pick and choose.
It's coding. Yeah, it's definitely coding. Wow. Kel, what do you think?
I kind of look at it as, the no beginning, no end, eternity. And I think probably because I'm planning a wedding, I think of love,
Uh-huh.
and all of that. But I pulled a couple cards and I got the cosmic ocean, current dreams, future realities, and new beginnings happening. And you know that it looks like a zero. And then I got the ripple effect, part of something bigger, and the details are being taken care of.
Oh, okay. So maybe you, Annie just put some numbers in to show that some of us can do it still, but that doesn't mean you still can, Brandon. So maybe there's something special you're working on, but they're telling you to relax. Don't worry about it. It's something I think that you're going to get more information about as you go on. Yeah.
The other thing about that zero is it is actually the number one.
Mm-hmm.
But it is the thing that allows possibility. This is the place of possibility. On this side is, let's say, the negative, and on this side is the positive. So now you have two things that are separate and have their own personality and their own belief system. And somewhere in there becomes where they integrate, but it becomes a torus. It just keeps going and flowing. It doesn't stay, but it is just a place to put the difference between the two.
So Leah says it's source. That sounds right. Yeah.
And love never ends.
Yes.
Yeah. Wow, you guys, blowing my mind tonight. All right. This is just some feedback from Lucy, which is fascinating, and I didn't want to miss it. When she was 20 years younger, she dreamt she was speaking to a man in her staircase, and he told me the man in the closet is on time.
Whoa.
And now's the time.
Now's the time.
You get a lot of information in your dreams. They're feeling it's a safe space for you, Lucy. Thank you for showing. Yeah, I'm glad you remembered that.
So cool.
It is cool. All right. I hope that helps, Brandon. I hope they let you put numbers in again. Rose Mandagiano, waking up stage asleep. I asked, I don't know who, why they shot in the head. Why were they shot in the head? And the skeleton from Pirates in the Caribbean at Disneyland's voice said, "Dead men tell no tales." We're seeing a lot of people being unalived. Yes. A lot of scientists, UFOologists. I read yesterday, I don't know about everybody else, but my utility bill is skyrocketed. It's unbelievably high. And this woman was working on using energy, I think, in the quantum field, and that we don't ever have to pay for energy, that there is a way for us to get everything that we need. But then people would lose money.
Yeah.
And so the
jobs,
greed,
money.
Yeah, and jobs. But the greed is keeping us.
Well, because they still have jobs, we still have to put all that technology together and use it.
They would, just
Somebody has to
way.
guard the switch, right?
Well, one of those people that was working on it was told to stop. And she said no, she wasn't going to stop. She was in her 30s, and she is now
Missing.
committed suicide.
Jeez.
She accidentally fell out of a window.
Right. And she had sent a letter to somebody saying that if she would never kill herself if anybody's saying that about her.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Yes.
And there's a lot of people that have said that, actually. So did that other guy, that young guy that was the UFO guy.
David, yes.
Yes.
David.
So yeah, dead men do tell no tales. Absolutely, Rose. And we have a lot of people that are doing that to people. Anyway.
Which is it's really unfortunate, but it almost seems like, Rose, you hit on what is currently happening.
Correct. Yeah. Yep. Yeah, the scientists. Yeah, and I guess they don't even know where Linda Moulton Howe is either. So
What?
Oh, she
She just spoke out, I think, just like last week.
I watch her every Wednesday, or I try to anyways. And
Mhm.
she was supposed to be at the event in the desert, which is
Uh-huh.
going on right now.
Okay,
But who knows, right?
who knows?
And
Yeah.
she is 80, 83, 85, something like that. So
Mhm.
who knows?
Oh boy.
Okay. Collateral damage. Collateral damage.
Mhm.
Sorry. Sorry. The light language just came right out.
Mhm. Mhm. It's okay. All right. I had a nightmare. Some youngish male ran down the hallway in a new home, past my door. I was sleeping, tried to speak. Voice came out as a whisper, and I said, "Hello, I saw you." I wasn't able to speak in a normal voice. Oh, those are reruns, Leah? Okay.
Yeah, some of them
Right.
are. Because she goes to events and does take a lot of time off during the summer.
Uh-huh. Okay. All right. What do we think about this one, ladies?
What I'm wondering is, was it really a nightmare or did it really happen?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Hmm.
It almost feels, Sue, like it's it was somebody that used to be their residents years and years ago, or like a pass through, and you happen to pick up on it. That's what it really feels like to me.
Me too. I got portal.
Mm.
Oh,
Okay.
And that's the energy that is on the land. Whether if this is a new home, especially, there was something there before. Even
Yeah, could be an
years ago.
ancestor. Yeah.
Right. Exactly. So I think it really happened.
Sue, did you just move? I know you were going to move, or you were looking for another place. I wonder if you just moved. You could be picking up the energy of somebody that lived there before. Yeah. Residual energy, yeah. Kelly, you have anything else, hon?
I got reconnect, that this person was wanting to reconnect from
Mm-hmm.
this living space.
Wow. Yeah. Let us know, Sue. Yeah. If you, we've had somebody else that moved onto a piece of land, remember, that was here before, and we saw that person having, like, fighting some people that had lived there before. Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay. Yeah. Uh-huh. Simran, I had a dream of a water turned into a gigantic wave coming towards me. I was holding a pole and survived when it hit me. Could be a premonition.
Mm-hmm. This is like El Nino year, so there's supposed to be water.
It's interesting because there's a lot of activity that's happening at the poles, the two poles, and Antarctica. I can't even say it. Antarctica is losing water, and the Arctic, the polar bears. One of the students sent me a picture of a polar bear there. You'd think that it was a Holocaust survivor. It's so skinny and shabby looking because they don't have enough whatever it is that's up on the Arctic Circle. So I'm wondering if that could have something to do with it as well.
Well, they're gaining more because it's all melting. And they have a place to go in order to get, fish and then back and forth. So they're getting stranded in the middle of water. They can't find a shore.
Right. Kel, anything for you?
It's really interesting because I talked about this on my 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 prediction show.
Oh,
That there was going to be flooding, major flooding, and that people really needed to take caution, and not, not drive, and really needed to be aware this month about not being taken away, washed away with the currents, and because of drowning. And what's interesting is you held onto the pole and survived when it hit you. So it almost to me seems like a premonition. I did pull a card and from the Healing Waters deck, and I got feeling stuck. Stagnant waters, feeling stuck calls for shifts, flow, and change.
I have to also add that I just had a dream, water, and we just did another dream about the same similar situation with water. And when I woke up after that dream, the first thing I thought of was Kevin Costner in the movie
Waterworld. Yeah. Yeah. Wow. Well, thank you very much, Simran. Thank you.
Yeah.
All right. So we have enough dreams for today. I just saw that some others posted. We'll get to you, but no more now. Okay. Because we're coming up on the hour. And H. Sherrier, yeah, tune into yourself. We would love you to tell us a dream maybe next time, or, whenever they occur.
Or email
them. That's right. That's right. So this is who we have. We have Mary Black, Maureen, Crystal, Forest Dreams, Sky Marrero, and Christine. Okay. That's what we have to go through for now. All right. So here we go with Mary. And Mary had a nice black Draco. I didn't know they existed.
I go right here. Well, it used to be all black.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know enough about it. Diana?
They are.
Okay.
I mean, not every reptilian is a negative, especially in these days of facing reality with our life here on Earth in this human experiment, and the beyond that we come from. We have been lied to so many times. Who's not to say that they haven't either, because they are all of these similar mirrored behaviors. Like Lyrans have a strain of the human nature that we carry with us. And the same with the Hathors and the Andromedans and Beta Centauri and all of these community-based races. And since we are offshoots of them from this intermingling, they will have mingled as well.
Sure.
And they're, love does things to people.
It's interesting that I just have to mention her name is Mary Black, and she dreamed of a black Draco.
Oh,
and so it could be a relative. And it may be your married name. I don't know, Mary, but still, there's something about that stood out to me. You were told you were a Lyran? Okay. Okay, cool. All right.
I pulled a couple cards.
Okay.
I got gratitude. And that's exactly what we should do, is when we love this. And then Earth, learning how to be human in a world but not part of it.
Awesome. Thank you. All right. So Maureen, the first thing I get out of this, Maureen, is anticipatory grief. And that is what comes. My daughter, I know that daughters and dads and anybody else that's older, you don't put them in the same category. But what my daughter's going through, her dog has cancer and it can't walk real well. And she's very sad. She's grief stricken. She dreams about the dog at night and it's on her mind. So when we think we're going to lose somebody, or if someone's at a certain age or they're not in a good state of health, we can go through a thing called anticipatory grief, where it plays out our fears in our dreams. So there's a possibility. And of course, you'd wake up in tears. And it could very well be both of your higher selves talking to each other and him telling you it's going to be okay. I'll always be there. But, you know, it doesn't mean it's going to make the pain go away for you. So
one of the things that can help you is spending time in nature. That will help you. It because what I'm getting from him is that he's got to go to school. And so he needs some time of his own on the other side in order to get the benefits of his leaving the earth and going up there. So he's not preparing you to let go. He's just saying, I'm going to be busy.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Kel?
I think, Maureen, that he's doing this in an unconscious way, because he loves you so very, very, very much, and that he doesn't, when the time comes, he doesn't want it to be really hard on you, because he knows how much you love him and the bond that you have together. And like Diana said, it doesn't end. It will always continue. But I feel like, well, I pulled the card soul. And so I feel like from a soul level, he is preparing you without not even realizing he is, which really is kind of a beautiful thing, you know, is because he's helping to ease the pain. And then I pulled courage and facing your fears, because there is that fear of losing a parent, and there's fear that comes with it, and by doing this, he's trying to help lighten the load, so to say.
Yeah. Rossi says also that a hospice nurse said they can tell around 6 months ahead when patient is getting ready to pass. So they're just the things that occur, you know, and this might be one of them. And Nat went through this before her dad passed, because they were very close, like you are, Maureen. And my dad and I were like that too. But he still comes and eats popcorn and watches movies with me, for heaven's sake. They're there. They're right there. Yeah. It doesn't make it easy just to say that. So not for anybody. Yeah. Crystal, I've been dreaming of trying to climb out of a funnel. I'm hanging onto the rim by my fingertips.
You're
I
tired.
read it as a tunnel.
Oh, you thought it was a funnel? Is a tunnel. That's true. Yeah. But doesn't it almost sift things down to
So
liquefy
into
something?
another
Yeah.
portal.
Into a portal. Yeah.
But you're tired of being squished into one size fits all, which could
Right.
also be that tip of the
And it makes sense. You're hanging on to it's like, hang on, help is on its way, but you're tired of holding on. Yeah. Yeah.
They want to give you a plunger.
Yeah. Cards, ladies?
I gotta heal, that it's healing, and that you're learning through the depths of this experience. And so it would be interesting to look at what's going on right now in your life, and do you feel like, you know, things are closing in and that you don't have control, and a lot of times when we have these dreams, we're working through them in our sleep, and we're doing a lot of healing. And so it'd be interesting to know what is going on right now.
And I got balance.
Okay.
So I think this
I got
is
reflect.
there.
Yep.
You go. It is for you to put it together, what needs to be balanced in your life so that you don't have that feeling that someone is trying to push you into a small, the round peg into the square hole.
The square hole.
Yeah.
Thank you for that, Crystal. All right, so we got Forest Dream. I dreamt that my house was mistakenly torn about half down. The house that was supposed to be torn down was down the street from her. I tried to get a picture of the demo company logo so I can, hold on, make them pay for the damage. There were 2 students with me. One hides in the closet. Oh my God. Here we go. The other one stands with me. I'm 68. The students are in their 20s. That sounds like you and me to teach at the same place. The student in the closet was happy to be there and had 2 stuffed animals she was playing with. All right. That sounds like a break. You like taking a break. I'm perfectly happy staying at home, taking a break. I'll play with the stuffed animals. Yeah, I love that. Oh, wow. The demolition was supposed to be the house down the street. Huh. It reminds me so much of people going in to have operation on their leg or their arm or something, and then they wake up and it's the other arm that they took off or they worked on. And so now when I go in, they must ask me 300 times what my name is and my birth date. And I don't care because I understand why it can be.
And what side are we working on for you today?
Yeah, right. Yeah. And what is it what's your issue? Yeah. Kelly, what do you think here?
I'm wondering if there may be something going on where he possibly feels like people are taking, and he's not getting anything back.
Mm-hmm.
You know, because our home is our comfort and our safe place. And with half of it being torn down, it makes me wonder if you are maybe dealing with a situation or people that are constantly taking from you, and
Yes. Thank you.
you're needing you and to make them pay for the damage, where you're needing your cup to be full. You know, you're tired of giving. I got impulse, and then I got weight of the world, boundaries, let go. It's not yours to carry. So there could be possibly, you know, a need for, if that is the case, because every dream, you know, is different for everybody, but there may be a need to have better boundaries if that's what you're feeling.
I really like that idea because I like that our house represents our body.
Yeah.
And if half of it's torn down, and it could be that if you really are 68, you're getting close to retiring, or, you know, you'd like to anyway, you might feel like that people are taking advantage of you, especially this demolition company.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Diana. Yeah.
And I love that you know, we're trying to take a picture of who it was doing it, because
who's responsible?
Oops,
Yeah.
And walk away, and they're going to regret walking away and not taking care of business because you did not give them the approval on that. So I think it's reflective of something that is going on in your life.
Yeah.
That where someone is taking advantage of you.
Right. The crew had objects for the home that was someone else's style.
Say that again, please.
The crew had objects for the home that were someone else's style.
Oh, gosh.
So here's what I'm dealing with at 71 and teaching at the college level to 20-year-old students. My style of teaching is not what everybody else's is, because I started a long time ago, and I'm kind of picky about certain things that maybe younger teachers aren't. And so my style or objects that I use are someone else's way of doing things, not my own. But I do love that your student went in the closet and was perfectly happy just playing with the stuffed animals, because usually young people, especially in their 20s, they want to be doing this. They want to be looking at the phone, and they want to be running here and doing that and whatever. But this one was willing to step away, which to me is very interesting.
Because they were experiencing fidgets as a 2-year-old instead of stuffed
Yeah.
animals.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
Charlie thinks you're on fire tonight, Kel. There you go.
oh, thanks, Charlie.
All right. I hope that helps you for a stream. Sky, after going to a body, mind, and spirit expo with psychics and healers, I had a dream where I kept seeing animated, colorful, tie-dye, and patterned skies with many UFOs dotted in the sky and aliens looking out their windows. I also saw a palm of a hand symbol coming through the water of a huge tsunami wave coming toward there's another tsunami. I felt very overwhelmed and amazed during and after the dream. Was it a Hamsa hand that you saw? You know what a Hamsa is? The symbol HAMSA. Yeah. Yeah. Wow.
Yeah,
I gotta tell you guys, I watched Men Who Stare at Goats last night. I never saw it when it first came out,
oh,
and it's amazing. And this reminds me of it because it's like going back to the hippie times. Yeah.
well, the first thing I thought of was tie-dyed patterned skies. Yeah, Lucy in the Sky with Diamonds.
Yeah, of course. Yeah. Yep. Maybe we weren't all just tuned in, turned out, and
Tune in, tune out,
Don't.
turn
right.
your life around. Look at
Mhm.
yourself, girl. Look at yourself.
Mhm. Yeah. What do you think, Kel?
To me, it feels like, after being, being around the spiritual community, it almost feels like it again was like a huge healing opportunity for you to really, with the water again, the tsunami, really
Yeah.
clearing away that old energy that you were holding on to in order for you to level up. I pulled a card and I got longing for home, homesick for the stars.
Ooh.
And,
Okay.
and so I really feel like it was like a healing where you were allowed to let go, and so you could be upgraded.
Yeah. Oh, what does it say, and what does the word say?
Longing for
Oh,
home.
Mintakan. Okay.
Mintakan.
What? That's the second time.
And look at all that water.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Okay. Although it's calm.
Mm-hmm.
And the other card I got was star consciousness.
Mm-hmm.
It's you're waking back up.
Yeah. I love the UFOs with the people looking out the windows. I love
Yeah.
that. Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
and that made me think of all of the great masters who Da Vinci and all those guys who painted those
Yeah.
spaceships right in there.
That's right.
Right
That's
over
right, they did.
everybody's head.
And the astronaut, remember the one with in the fresco, and they have an astronaut's outfit
And they're
on.
all carrying their little things. When you go to Machu Picchu and all those places
Yes.
in South America, they got their
Yep.
little airbag so that
Yep.
they can breathe earth air instead of
Yep.
where they come
Instead
from.
of that. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, longing for her star family.
Yeah.
And
Mhm.
Mintakan, that is Minnesota. That is the land of water.
Mhm.
And he
Oh,
talked,
I didn't know that.
yeah, that's what it means.
The sky saw the real ships. They're all around. We just cannot see them. That's true. And they actually, Mount Shasta and Mount Rainier, we always have a saying here in the Washington area that the mountain's out today. If the clouds have moved away from the top of the mountain, you can see the mountain. Otherwise, it's sort of cloud cover. And a lot of those are lenticular clouds that cover UFOs.
And that's what I had here yesterday for the first time. And I can't tell you how long. I just looked up at the sky. There were 30 clouds that all looked identical with black flat bottoms. And I just said, thank you so much for coming back. We need your protection.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
now.
Yeah. But there's that fear, and it's so ridiculous. And what they have let go, what he said he was going to declassify all these things, they're all pictures we've seen before. It's just this, it's like a nothing burger, as Linda G would say. It's, you know, we've
It's
seen
yeah.
those. Yeah.
Yeah.
We've seen, yeah. All right. Well, thank you for sharing that. I think it's pretty good news. I like it. So, yeah. Yeah. All right. Our final dream for the night is had a dream of my grandma holding documentation, and I am telling her about the situation with my dad and girlfriend, that she won't let me see my dad in her apartment that my dad is paying. This is the second or third time, isn't it, Christine? Remember?
Been going on for a while.
It's been going on for a while. You need to resolve this in some way. This is going to keep repeating itself, I think, unless you can get some kind of resolution. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Wow. I don't know what to tell. Is there any way that you can go over to that apartment and confront the girlfriend? She actually has no legal leg to stand on. Yeah. Your
It sounds,
right? Your
sounds so
grandmother.
similar
Mm-hmm.
to my dad and his girlfriend.
Oh,
Yeah, she
Yeah.
she kept him and ended up taking everything from him.
Of course. That's what it's all about.
not supposed to happen that way if you're not married. I mean, you know, usually I know with my sister, she wasn't my sister-in-law, but my brother's girlfriend, his son just stepped right in and took away everything. Although she had been the one caring for him, there should have been some kind of a consideration of what she did, but she was not the wife.
That happened to Leah too with her mom.
Right. Yeah, I know. We know they're not married, hon. Yeah. She has the guy next door that protects her.
Oh, God.
That's really creepy.
Sounds like she is just playing all the boys.
She is. Yeah, she's very manipulative. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So I did draw a couple cards.
Okay.
I got emotions are the reflection. And there's no doubt this is an emotional
Yes.
thing for you because you know what her gambit is.
Mm-hmm.
So, and there's two birds. Do you see the two birds up there that represent both
Yeah.
of them?
Yeah.
Right. And so if
She's
you
got a racket going, this woman.
look,
Yeah.
there's two more birds.
Uh-huh.
But you're the heart because this is your impulse. Take the impulse and go looking for documentation. Go looking for the things that you need in order to do whatever has to happen to get her to lighten up
Mm-hmm.
or go with the other guy. Since he's your protector.
Mm-hmm. She said she pays him. Not Christine, but the girlfriend pays the guy next door. This sounds like a scheme to me.
And where does she get the money from?
Right.
Since her dad has to pay for the apartment.
Yeah. Legal?
So
Okay.
just question. You
Oh,
know,
she pays in cash. Okay. Unfortunately, I think you're going to have the dream until it's resolved. Kelly, what do you want to say?
I really think, Christine, you're going to have to step in because this is totally mirroring the situation with my dad and his girlfriend. And, you know, in hindsight, I should have stepped up and handled it. So what I'm wondering is if maybe you could contact the county and let them know what's going on and just find out from them what they may, you know, think. I mean, they might have some ideas on how to handle the situation. I pulled barrier, and that's exactly what she's doing. She's putting a barrier up between you and your dad. But the second card I got was commit. And so I think that you're going to need to commit to this in order to get this resolved because unfortunately it's not going to go away on its own.
Right.
Yeah, I'm really sorry that you're dealing with this.
Yeah.
This is very upsetting. And you know, the thing is that even I don't know if you guys ever heard of Casey Kasem. He was American's top 40, and he was in such a bad way that he was being cared for, and really, it's elder abuse. Yeah, that's right, Annie. That's what it was. He was having elder abuse. He couldn't make any decisions for himself, and apparently, his wife was not the swiftest of women, and his kids were not the kids of that wife. So there was all that mess going on. And she actually brought him up here to Gig Harbor, Washington, and put him in a like a nursing home up here. I mean, it was a mess for the longest time. But, you know, it's really hard if there is a marriage, but not usually if there isn't.
Right.
So I know that he may agree with having her do this. So that would be the hard part. If he agrees with it, then he might have made her a legal guardian or something. So she's baiting him with your dad's phone. Yeah, I am really sorry. I'm really sorry to hear that. We certainly send you lots of love and light, and call upon the archangels. That's right, Annie. Absolutely. All right. Oh, Froxy's inviting us all to dinner. Greek lemon chicken and rice soup with gorgonzola and cranberry salad and almond cake for dessert.
Oh,
We'll be right over.
that sounds amazing. Oh my
That's
God.
so nice. That's so nice.
There in a flash.
Sure.
Everybody, we love being with you. We thank you for bringing your dreams to us, and we hope you have sweet dreams this week. And Kelly, thank you, of course. Diana, thank you, my dear. And hopefully Teri will be back next week. Just got herself, like we all do. Something came up. So take care, everyone.
Right.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Everybody.